Hi, and welcome to today's video. I'm Connor from Hybrid Technology Partners, and today is our latest video in our Priority ERP series. Today we're going to be taking a look at BPM rules within Priority. In a past video, we took a look at Business Process Management, or BPM, but today we're going to dive a little bit deeper into the rules associated with BPM. Rules might be something like when a form reaches a particular status, you can have it so it enacts a certain action, or we can limit the visibility of particular statuses for senior staff. So let's get into it. So here we are straight in the BPM flowchart for the purchase orders. So what we're going to do is we're going to create three rules. The first rule is going to be around pending authorization. So what we want to do is we want to have it so when the person who creates the purchase order sets the status as pending authorization, it sends me, the purchasing manager, a notification to let me know that I have to authorize it. The second rule we're going to do then is going to be from changing the status from pending authorization to authorized. And we're going to have that set up so only the purchasing manager is actually allowed to change the status from pending authorization to authorized. And then we're also going to have it set up that when the person who creates the purchase order puts it to sent, it's going to automatically send the purchase order to the customer. So let's get into the first one. First one is pending authorization. So we right click on this, we go to rules. Then what we want to do is we want this to trigger a notification to the purchasing manager, who in this case is me. So when the document reaches this status, we want to do the following. So we want to send a push notification to the user, which is going to be me. And we can set up a quick message just saying PO authorization required. And then you can put your message in here. You can add a field there, so you don't have to put in the PO number manually. You can go down here to where it says order, and it'll automatically put in the specific purchase order number in whatever case it is, which is really, really handy. So we can just put this down as a PO authorization. And then we save this. Now, that's our first rule created. So now, when one of the purchasing agents creates a PO and they set it to pending authorization, I, as the purchasing manager, am now going to get a notification to let me know that I have to authorize the PO. So the next one we're going to do now is not around the status itself, but around changing the status from one to another. So that's when we go to the arrow between statuses. We right click the arrow and we click rules. And then what do we want to do? So we want to allow the status change for a particular user. Okay, so that user is going to be me. So now only I have access to the ability to change a purchase order status from pending authorization to authorized. Very, very simple, but really important, especially if you're dealing with very high value items and you want to make sure that your purchasing manager is authorizing them effectively. So we can click OK here, and now we have another status. Another rule. So now next up, and the last one we'll do, is around the sent. So we right click sent, click rules. Then what do we want to do? We want to send an email to form column contact. This goes back to the video that we made around setting up your vendors and putting in your vendor contacts. So when you create the purchase order, your vendor contact is going to automatically pop up in the purchase order form, and this is where it's going to draw that information from. And again, just like the first rule we did, you can create a subject and an email message, and you can send the email from there. So we'll just put in PO, and just like the notification for the purchasing manager, we can add the field, we can go down to the PO number, and now they'll know exactly what it is. We can attach the document, so we'll be able to actually attach the purchase order, and we can set it as a PDF, so they'll get the purchase order in a PDF as an attachment in the email. Click OK there, and there you have it. Those are three very different but very important rules that you can set in priority that allow different stages to be managed by different people and for documents to be sent on a particular status. So that's BPM rules within priority. I hope after watching this video in combination with the first BPM video we did, you have a bit of a better understanding on what business process management is within Priority and how the rules can affect that as well. If you want to find out more about Priority ERP, feel free to shoot us an email or give us a call. We'd be happy to speak with you. And if you want to watch more videos like this, please subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on LinkedIn. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.